style over substance. Attitude is everything. Live on the edge. These are the only 3 rules that guide our future. A future inspired by the work of Hosan Gonzalez, bound by Mike Pondsmith's cyberpunk law. A dark future cast in a neon glow where corporations through nuclear fire have destroyed the known world, save for a few mega metropolises. The tales you are about to witness are built around the heart of one such city. Robo City 16, where the machine rules through a mechanized iron fist, the promise of prosperity through logic and sedation has stagnated the progress of the people. However, what the logic of the machine will never conclude, but the will of a few may, is it's time for change. It's time to rage. For good or ill, the chosen few are those you witness before me. Let's meet the up-and-coming members of the Mortal Code. Something out?
No.
Oh, I thought you were...
I was trying to get this on my phone, but...
Okay. You know what? Let's start with you.
Hello, everybody. I play Australia... Hello, everybody. I play Estrella Magnetar, a nomad extraordinaire. I can drive stuff. I'm a female. I usually wear long hair. I have cyber eyes and a very big shotgun. That's it.
Maximus Damas playing Winslow or Burden. I play solo. Usually walk around in some pretty high-tech gear that I had to ditch, so normally now I'm just wearing tan fatigues. Loving combat. Love my knife, assault rifle, sniper rifle. Get things done.
I'm Enzer, and I play Jay, a character inspired by Hosan Gonzalez's character 13 from his graphic novel. Pretty much look like this. Mask, hat, hoodie, vest. I got my favorite weapon, machete. 4 cyber limbs. Top 2 have retractable blades. I like to get up close and deadly. And I am a street scout.
I'm Una, and I play Netra, a netrunner who rolls with the Mortal Code. And I wear a headset that's outfitted with cameras that allows me to hack into tech as well as stream an encrypted POV video to the deep stream, which is actually you guys and the stream that you are watching right now. So let me know in the chat if you think you have a good idea for us to implement. For example, if we're at a fork in the road and you think we should go left, or maybe we should blow some guy's head off, put it in the chat and I'll relay it to the group so we can play it out.
Alright. Now that you know the main characters of this story, it's actually time for just some very few announcements. One is, you may be confused if you're new to this stream as to why I am wearing a very high-tech virtual reality headset, the Oculus Quest. This is to help immerse you in the world, because everybody, most all humans and even some robos and mutants, are all immersed, consumed by the magic that VR has to offer them in a world that is grim and dark outside of their own home walls. Escapism is the way to escapism. And I also use it to help me DM. Actually, I feel that my DMing ability is accentuated by the use of this headset. I can, there are sensors on the outside, cameras that see the individuals that I'm playing with, the fabulous Mortal Code, and I have the browser up with 3 portions of notes. Main notes, I'm actually watching the Twitch stream, and then like ancillary notes of like reference images and so on, and so forth. And gracing our presence on the stream.
Wait! Netra should be posting a video of what he sees into the chat on both Facebook and Twitch, in case you are confused.
Or curious. Thank you. Enzer of the Loser Club. Luna and Enzer
Oh my
together
gosh.
make Loser. And they are the owners of the fine establishment, the Twitch stream and Facebook gaming stream called the Loser Club, streaming Mondays through Thursdays. Monday and Wednesday is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific
Correct.
time. And they are a wacky bunch. They dress up, they role play, they come up with backstories. It is a heck of an awkward time, but awkward in the awkwardest of ways. So, is there anything that you guys would like to add?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other announcements?
Nailed it.
One other small announcement, just putting it on your radars. We are going to be announcing another giveaway next Monday. I don't know what that date is, but we will be announcing a new giveaway that we will be giving out the following week after we announce it. So about 10 days after the announcement. That's a confusing way to word it. And so without further ado, let's get into it. When last we left our punks of the Mortal Code, they had been working with the Resistance to take down the machine's oppressive and absolute reign. Hack Kita, a legendary hacker of the Resistance, found a tidbit that the machine was dedicating numerous resources to the protection and experimentation of one little girl. Of course, she happened to be held far beneath the tallest and most protected building in all of Robo City 16, the Ministry of Information's capital tower. Knowing the walls of guns, robos, and machine code that they would be up against, the Mortal Code quickly called in allies, favors, and promises to amass a solid force. Through chaos, fire, and Netra's dive into their security systems, the Mortal Code made it inside of the capital tower and into the bowels, where all manner of horrific experiments of metal, flesh, and fetuses were taking place. We pick up now, as the Mortal Code holds one of two keys needed to gain access to the remaining experimentation rooms. Which room the child is in is narrowing down as they exhaust all avenues deep below a raging city. And this is where we pick up. You guys all got to the bottom of floor -34 of the Ministry of Information, the sort of Genesis experimental ring, and exiting out into a circular hallway with 8 connecting rooms on the outside of this hallway. From your exploration, you found that each room holds a different kind of experiment hosted or owned by a different Robo Lord. Wow, I actually forget exactly out of all
I
the,
think
the
we
8
got
rooms
the
where
key.
you left off. You did get the blue key
We're
from...
in front of the first room, didn't we?
I wrote down
Yeah.
that we have the red key.
Yeah, it was red key.
Sorry, the red key. You
Oh.
did get
red
the red
key first room.
Flesh mine.
Yes, from Duke Fleshmind, one of the robos that you imagine is part of the circle or whatever it may be, where Baron Ironface was also a member, now deceased thanks to the Mortal Code. So, where are you guys now in the 8 experiment, in the 8 rooms, and what are your aspirations?
We're
Well,
still in the-
When we left off, I think we were in the first room, the one that the red key opens, and I just stabbed Jay.
Yeah.
And Estrella tried
I
to
missed,
stab.
I missed Winslow, or did she stab Jay?
They were both turning on us. Estrella
Through,
and
like,
Netra.
Headache
attacking.
mind manipulation.
Jay.
Aha! So you were on 1.01?
Whichever one the red
Yes.
key opened, which I think is the first. I wrote down the
Ah,
first
yes.
one.
Okay, sorry. It's all coming back. Yes. Okay, so, as they were finding their way through these different rooms, trying to find Adina, the child that they've been looking for's room, some of their members, well, everybody, some have been a bit more hardy to the experience than others, have been assailed by these mental feelings and images. Netra, Mortal Code's hacker and netrunner, and Estrella are the ones who fell prey to these images, seeing scenes of horror flash in front of their face and feeling an overwhelming sense of community, of unity, of being one. You can't imagine the thought of being separate from your comrades. And so, in the first thing that you could think of, an attempt to join, you stabbed each of your allies, hoping to bring a piece of them into you, or bring a piece of you into them. Let's keep it that where that is. And so let's actually roll initiative right now. As you two, actually, sorry, before we do that, Estrella and Netra, go ahead and give me another will plus concentration. As you have managed to stab your comrades, this is a very drastic and extreme action for you to take. What'd you get?
I got a natural 10.
Okay,
22.
22.
Such a bad itch.
Both the sensation of unity and gore in this almost primal urge to fuse in ways that you couldn't even conceive of before this feeling assailed you. Your senses come to you as your teammates are bleeding from the wounds you just caused them. We don't have to roll for initiative or anything because you beat your.
He's not
roll.
bleeding.
Oh yeah, you managed to what the? What are you doing?
I roll a 1 every time.
Yeah.
Guys!
Okay, what would you guys like to do? As you guys are in the door to the room that the blue key opens, has opened up, and you guys are in the entryway currently.
So hold on.
A metal hallway.
Was I stabbed or not?
I believe you were stabbed, but I think Estrella rolled so low that she didn't manage to actually stab Winslow.
Okay. And did we establish whether or not Vitalith is with us?
Vitalith is not with you. Vitalith is with the vehicle. So future reference, you need to one, tell me that Vitalith is always going to be with us, or two, purposefully say
I got you.
that you're taking Vitalith.
Okay.
I think starting now, we will say that Vitalith is always with us. We never leave him in the car.
He could get shot and destroyed then.
Just kidding. You
We
can't.
can fix him,
You
that's
have
fine.
noticed that there's a lot of drone death happening.
Drone
What?
death.
We see this?
No, sorry, not right now. Just generally across your adventures, drones die pretty easily. So if you do bring Vitalith along with you, you're bringing a potential.
I'll always put him in my backpack. He's always in my backpack.
Okay. All right.
Vitalith will always be with us from now on.
Okay. But Vitalith is absent.
Yeah.
Winslow, you did use one of the two adhesive pads available that you found in the medical room, so there's one still left. But this scene happened. Teammates tried to turn on you very briefly. You see clarity in their eyes now and confusion as to what actions they just took. What would you like to do?
I'd like to turn towards Netra and pull my machete out slowly.
I'm gonna be screaming it wasn't me!
Netra.
I'm done! I didn't mean to stab you, I don't know what came over me.
Anybody tries that again gets cut. Are we ready to move then?
Yeah. Maybe I should go in front just in case I get another headache and try to turn on you guys.
No.
I'll go in the middle.
Yes.
Take my place in the middle.
Actually, that's a good point.
Me and Estrella should go in the middle.
I'm just gonna stay outside the room then. Just you guys can go in there and search it because
It literally is like as the doors opened, this way, like everybody noticed something. Windsor and Jay, you noticed this strange mental sensation, almost like twist your thoughts very briefly before you just sort of like shook it out of your head and just considered it as odd. Had a huge effect on the teammates following you guys. And as you press into this,
Wait, I'd like to put my shotgun on safe and put it on the my back rig. Same with my machete.
on safe,
Yep.
like
Put
you
the
put the
safety
safety on.
Yes.
Okay, so you're putting everything away.
Yep.
Okay. So a marching order, I guess.
I'll go first.
I will be last.
Jay, Netra, Winslow walking through. Estrella waiting on the outside. As you walk down this metal, not a similar corridor as the laser corridor, just a solid metal corridor with one window, thick window on the side as you pass. It looks to be an interrogation room that you see, and a door you see on the opposite side of the interrogation room. As you're walking down the hallway, it's getting closer to the door that it's on the same sort of plane as the door that you're walking through. The door on the opposite side of the corridor slides open into a very dark chamber. As immediately it's darkness, and then a light overhead just like flashes, and then another one flashes. It's just like this scattering of sporadic light that just reveals and actually fulfills the entire picture. You see cages stacked on top of each other, numerous cages, and you hear wailing, moaning. You hear like slurping of organic material on top of each other, and in the dead center, these we've got a package at the door. At the dead center of this chamber, and there's about 7 to 8 feet of space around a it almost seems to be like a pillar, a twisting pillar. It's like two primary pieces that are twisting around each other to come to a point. And the room is maybe 30 by 30 feet. And in these cages, you see shifting forms in the darkness, still being mostly obscured, as the top of the cage is not illuminating the shadows inside. And you hear scraping of metal, hissing. You hear you see a cage shift and knock into other cages as something inside slams into it. What would you like to do?
Do we see anything outside a cage?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence plus perception.
It's a natural 10.
You do know that this is the room that was it Squire Copperfoot? Was it Squire Copperfoot? Yeah, Squire Copperfoot. Had sort of purview over.
I am still on just real quick. I am still on the drug reflex.
Oh,
so I don't know what you want to do with a natural 10.
With a natural 10, I would say that stepping into this room puts you on high alert. Just like puts your senses on high alert. And so you immediately you go internal, and you're just looking in this shaky view across everything, looking at the twisting pillar in the center, looking at the different cages. You do see that there is a bit of oil in front of the left portion of cages that seems to be spattered everywhere. And there's a cage that looks like it fits two individuals. The cage is maybe like 4 feet long and like 3 to 4 feet wide. And it seems that like there's a black spatter right in front of a cage where you hear like.
Okay, and the door's not open, right? We're just looking through. We're seeing this through the window.
No, the door's open. You guys are at the door's like. This is how you're seeing all of this. Is you haven't left the hallway, but you're looking inside.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my shotgun out. I think these things are they're potentially gonna spit stuff out at us.
Ugh.
Does it look like in front of the cages? Where the blank residue is? Does it look corroded at all?
Go ahead and give me either intelligence plus tracking or perception.
Can I do the same?
Either you can do the same or he can do it at advantage.
Do it at advantage.
As you guys are looking together, you sort of already did your perception check, and you can point things out as Winslow is looking.
17.
You see that some of the bars in front of that cage are bent and bowed out a little bit, not enough to fit an entire body. And with that thought, you do see a hand, a metallic hand, at the base of the cage sticking out of the cage, and it disappears on the inside. Looking inside of the cage, you do see this form sort of shifting in the shadows, and you see what looks to be a glimmer towards the upper portion of its mass. With a 17, that's all you can sort of make out. And actually, as you see the robotic hand, you start looking around and you notice that there are a few different robotic components littered around the space, the room that you're in.
Wait, as in different sorry, like this, sorry, these organic beings have metal components in their cages, like they all destroyed one thing? Or are you saying that there are a few of these things in cages that have metal components?
I'll say with your perception check, you notice that it's a bit of the former. Like, you see some glimmering pieces in different cages. You do see that as you sort of like look at the different body parts, it seems as though it belongs to one individual, one robo. And it does seem as though some of the creatures are pressing it against their bodies, or it's just even some of it's just in the corner. It does seem like something was ripped to pieces in here.
Okay. Last perception-based question here. Is there enough room between the bars for us to fit our hands in, or are they like so thin?
Just your hands, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the creature's arms?
With a 21. Sorry, what was it? What was your? It was.
Mine is a natural 10.
It was natural 10. Take away half. You as you're looking around, like, you thought it was shadows at first, as the periphery of your vision is super blurry, and you have a focal point of like a few inches that you're looking through, that you're just hyper focused on. The focal point as it's zooming around, what you used to think were shadows are spiked limbs sort of reaching out of the cage and trying to like scratch the top and bore a hole through it in some of them. Others, you see other appendages reaching out. You see a few like teeth around a bar just sort of like scraping it up and down.
Whoa.
Sorry.
What's up?
And you guys have still not taken a step in. It's just like what you can see is you're like, okay, well, this room, that's great. It's a great room.
I'll go in. Somebody needs to go with me.
You stay here.
Okay.
But I'm looking at Netra.
I'm still freaked out from like having my mind taken over. I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna hunch down. But I would like to look for like potential video cameras or something that I can hack into.
Okay.
Maybe turn on the lights. Keep them
Yeah, look for a light switch.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception or intelligence plus perception plus 1d10.
Can I assist with looking for a light switch?
How are you doing this?
Looking on the wall for a thing that says light.
13.
You see, you're looking at the lighting mechanisms above, and the ones like some are just doing that such a low glow flicker that it doesn't actually add light to anything. But you see that all the lights are currently on. There are some that just spark with life and energy at seemingly random intervals that shed light on this area, but there's no security terminal to speak of. You do see an analog mechanism on the side of the wall that is a bunch of switches in flicks. This is something that maybe a fixer would be more inclined to look at, but you could try and give it a shot to try and like rewire some of the lights to power them into the dull glowing ones, and take it away from the flickering ones. You can if you give me a tech plus basic tech that's above an 18, you will be able to reroute enough power to provide a constant level of light that's not super bright.
Just beat it, 19.
Okay, yeah, you I forget, do you have ARM cybernetic components or anything that can sort of like that help or assist with taking something apart?
I have cables in my arms.
Nope,
Maybe
that's not.
Maybe it's
no,
like
that's
the
not-
ends
you
of
don't-
my fingers, you know, like, and then like a cable comes out, and it's like, boop, boop,
Yeah, well, not a cable, just like a flathead screwdriver, just like.
I would definitely have a multi-tool on me.
Yeah,
Get that
the
for
cable
you.
comes out and then it quickly retracts. You're like, no, not that cable.
Can I
And
try prying it just like, you know?
yeah, as she's
Break the-
flipping through numerous different tiny little tools in her fingers, you just get that for you, and rip it off of the wall paneling to expose a series of wires and switches beneath. To when you then go like, oh, I've seen something similar before. This is like an antiquated system. You like look behind you, make sure you're testing a few things. Some lights power down as others power on, and then the flickering is more exaggerated. And then you take that as a lesson and you undo that wire, connect it to another one, flip the switch, and the sparking ones stop. Power in the sort of central portion of the room to the lights is cut, and on the sort of peripheries there's this even layer of light, and you now see that there are organic creatures in the cages. It seems like most cages can fit about 2 individuals, but there's usually only one individual in each cage that you see, but with multiple limbs, and like a head coming out of their abdomen that's just like lolling to the side, and you see numerous appendages with spikes at the end, and they're all sort of like, everybody make a wisdom saving throw. A will plus concentration plus 1d10. You can do yours at advantage because you're a bit farther away.
That's 3, so it's
22.
Fine again.
17. That's it.
27.
14.
You, as you're working on the lights, just take your gun and you just fire into fire into the control panel. The lights go out. As you feel this wash over you, Netra, you guys feel this sensation of discomfort, of like something is forcing you to think a different way, and you remember the sensation last time and what happened. And Jay, you look at Netra and just see her unload on this control panel. Lights go dark.
Just gonna take out my knife and walk over to her. It's about time, Jay. Sabotage.
Give me your gun.
Am I back? Did I come to again?
No. As it's dark, and Jay, you see her just like stare at the panel and lower her gun. You have cybernetic eyes, right?
No.
That is so weird that your character doesn't have cybernetic eyes.
My last mask did. This mask does not.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'd like to basically rip the gun out of her hand after
Okay.
she unloaded into the mechanism.
After all that work.
Go ahead, both of you roll a Dex plus Brawling plus 1d10.
You're going down. $20.
19. Damn it.
You quickly take the gun away from her. You feel as you're removing the gun, her finger start to pull the trigger, and you just quickly rip it away from her as she's aiming it at you. And you can sort of see like the glimmer of her headset pointed in your direction, and her hands just like fall to the side. And go ahead and make another. If you get
Will?
18 or higher, yeah, you will plus concentration plus 1d10.
I'm gonna slap her with the butt of the gun, or like that.
I'm gonna use 2 points of luck.
Okay, as
I
you
make it.
feel this. Are you doing it hard or?
No, well, I mean hard enough to try and like snap her out of it.
All right, roll a 1d4.
That'll add to like the 2 points of luck. Help pull me out of it.
Yeah, you know what? We'll explain it that way. You do 2 points of damage to her. It passes through your armor, so you take 2 points off your health, and you are smacked to your senses. It went from this luminous room to a dark room immediately, and now you're worried. This happened twice. You've stabbed a Jay. You've shot out the control panel, and you don't know what's going on. In your mind, there's no possible way that anything in this room could be affecting you. Everything in this room is correct.
I'm going to apologize, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go sit over by Estrella. I'm gonna sit my ass
What'd you
down.
get,
Oh, yeah, 17.
And
Watch out,
not
Estrella.
do anything else.
Keep an eye on her.
Maybe can I
You
look
pass
for
it-
like
You're in the
what are
dark
they
room.
called?
Handcuffs?
The zip, yeah, but like the zip,
Zip ties?
yeah, zip ties, and make like handcuffs. And I'm just gonna sit down.
Fuck. Give me an intelligence plus tracking to see if you can find some zip ties.
Intelligence plus strength.
But it's the
Good
future.
thought,
They should
but-
be everywhere.
Maybe in the medical area, you know. 9.
No idea where some zip ties are. You do pass Estrella absent-mindedly walking into the room, passing you in the corridor as she's just gazing. She doesn't look at you. Estrella's just walking into the room.
Do I recognize this and try to like? Can I like snap her out of it, or at least try?
Yeah, I would say you definitely are like, oh shit.
She's under the spell too.
Nope, no,
I'm
perfectly
gonna
fine.
violently
Perfectly
shake
fine.
her shoulders.
Perfectly fine.
Okay, roll Dex plus brawling plus 1d10. Roll Dex plus brawling plus 1d10. If you roll higher, Estrella, you stab the shit out of her.
What?
What?
All I have is. Yeah. So hold on. Was it Dex plus brawling?
Dex plus brawling plus 1d8 or 1d10.
Here we go.
20.
Thank God. 22.
Ooh, nice. Okay, good. Yeah, just like seeing seeing Jay engaging in close combat so frequently and stabbing things, you've been exposed to it a little bit. And thank goodness Estrella is a little bit absent-minded. As she's walking forward, her eyes focused dead center into the room, and you start to be like, Estrella, come on, like snap out of it. She pulls, what's your offensive physical weapon?
I only have the Goku blade right now. That's it.
Pulls her Goku blade out, and you have seen Estrella literally take out like 10 mutants at once with this thing, and you quickly just grab her arm, grab the pommel of the blade, force it back into its sheath, and smack Estrella the fuck across her face, knowing what Jay did to you previously. And Estrella, again, the feeling of unity is slapped straight from you. The direction you were walking that made all of the sense in the world, all of your problems are going to be solved. All of everyone's problems are going to be solved if you were to just make it to your destination, was smacked away from you. And there's a sensation of loss, but also of realization, having your mind back of like, what the fuck? Like the feeling itself was intoxicating. And you're kind of uncomfortable, and I would say not even sure what to think about right now, both you and Netra.
All right.
But you come back to your senses as Netra's in the hallway with you, in a hallway that is again unfamiliar to you, that you did not pass through the first time.
Hey,
Sorry, it's just a little
get your head in the game. Everybody turn on your light. We should all have agents, which are like,
It's a cell phone.
phones, and I imagine they all have lights on them.
They all clip to our
No,
shoulders.
the pair company took that away.
Mm.
Right. I'm gonna turn my light on.
I don't need light.
Okay. So, Netra
Estrella,
and
turn
Estrella.
your light on so we can see you. You can't. You
I'm
don't
not, I'm
need
not
it,
in
but
the
we
room
need.
with you.
What? We're all in the same room.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
They were in the hallway.
I
You
didn't go in
guys
the
are
room
like
with you
in
But
guys.
I didn't
I
go in
stayed
there
out.
yet.
Oh yeah.
We're all still
No,
pretty
you
much.
did go in there because Netra
I said I'll
had
go first.
Netra had to find the control panel.
Right, but
the
we did.
lights.
None of us. I said let's go in, but we didn't go in.
You all went in.
Then how did we find a control panel?
I literally said the
We
control
went
panel you
into
found
the
was
room.
inside of the room. You didn't like walk fully inside of the room, but you took a few steps into like where the fuck are the lights?
Well, either way, I'm calming the team for
Okay.
everybody to turn on their lights. Even if you can see in the dark, we can't see you if you don't have a light on now.
I should-
I'll turn
I'm,
my
I'm,
light
I'm gonna go back into the hallway with the lights, then turn my light on, I guess, yes.
Okay. You're going with him? With her?
I'm just staying. I'm gonna try and keep my space from the other people, basically. But I'm in that hallway.
You also have refresh on you, which may theoretically work. Clear your mind if something like this happens again. Netra and Estrella reconvene in the hallway. Both have their lights on just in case. Jay, Winslow, you guys are in the now pitch black room. Only your headlights or whatever light you're using on your gun or wherever it may be
Just
is illuminating a small cone in front of you. There's still the shifting after that wave. The whatever's in those cages got more active. Cages are now shifting and faces are pressing against. There is a noticeable attention on you two in this room as cages are being ran into, and you can see them moving a few inches.
I'm gonna grab my shotgun out now.
Listen, you do know that the
I'm
red key that you need is inside of this room, potentially.
I'm gonna
No,
grab
blue
my-
key.
Blue key. I keep getting red and blue.
Stay close to me. Stick in the middle.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on his booty with an assault rifle, ready to go.
Let's go cage to cage. We'll look right, then left.
Do we, before we go further into the room, I'm gonna peek my head out of the room. Do I hear like clatter of like androids coming or any commotions on the outside in the hallway?
There's like this constant, bassy, periodical, like rock of the building. But yeah, that's you can. It's almost immediately noticeable that it's from the commotion outside.
But there's nothing, pretty much dead silent other than the monsters that we hear.
I mean, it's hard to hear anything outside of it is a guess of in between like 70 to 100 cages, and that's in between 70 to 140 crazed things. So it's like a cacophony of hisses and scrapes and metal scraping, and it's difficult to hear, but you still feel the bassy like shift of the building.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to a cave. It's a little loud in here, Jay. I'm gonna kill one, straight up. Just shoot it right in the head.
Okay. As your light passes in front of one of the cages, you see this creature with spiked fingers around around two of the poles, trying to pull them across as their jaw is dislocated, and hundreds of fangs and crooked teeth and bones are protruding in where this mouth is, and two other arms on top of the shoulders are like going out of the cage in your direction, just and you just like this image takes you back a little bit. Take a breath. 2 to the head. It gets back up and starts doing the same exact
That's not
actions.
good. Do we see any other metal, like robotic components?
I shoot its
What?
left top limb off its body.
It is in a cage, and it's focused on you, so it's very easy as you just sort of like line up your shot and let out a burst. The limb flies out. Blood is pouring everywhere, but it's still coming at you.
Leg.
It drops down as both of its two sort of fingered arms slide down the pole, and it's
And one more arm.
dead.
Hey, I used to play a game back in the day, Jay. We were in space, zombie
Alive-
space or
alive
something.
A dead amount of space.
A dead amount of space. Go for the limbs.
Dead zone.
Are there any metal or robotic components in this cage?
That was the first cage on the right side? No. There's nothing else in there.
Well,
Now we know.
let's look left.
I'm looking left.
Similar creature. This one has two of the spiked appendages, and its belly is bulbous and luminous, with this pulsing orange light as it just wobbles over towards you and starts to press its body through the cage and press its bulbing, luminous, bulging tummy. And it starts to
Yeah,
illuminate.
We're taking a step
illuminate
back. We're
and
stepping
lights.
back. Stepping back.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity plus evasion plus 1d10 at advantage.
Natural 10.
You kick off with both of your cybernetic enhanced feet. Pistons exit the ground. You just grab Jay, and both of you slide back as the entire cage detonates, releasing two of the whatever is in the other two cages that were adjacent to it.
Going right. Going straight for the arms and legs.
Okay,
Legs
go,
first.
Go ahead and give me a reflex plus marksman. Jay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the other one with the shotgun.
Give me a reflex plus marksman. As they are about 15 feet away from you, so you just have to beat a.
23.
Yeah, you definitely beat it. Jay, you just have to beat a 15. Oh, sorry, a 20 if you're using a shotgun.
Natural 10.
Actually, a 15 if you're using it. Okay, nice. Go ahead and roll damage. Wait, sorry, Jay. Where'd you say you were aiming?
I'll go for the limbs too. The top right limb.
Okay. Just using the bent and concaved bars now, just crawling out on top of the exploded cage. 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
3 bursts, all severing the limbs as it's just like almost like snaking forward to you, Winslow, across the top surface of the bent cage before it just slides off of the top and plops down onto the concave ground now that's been exploded from the necromorph. Necromorph? Is that what they're called?
Someone's writing a really good factoid book
Yeah.
about you.
When he is alone,
The
as
necromancer.
he walks around, he makes choo-choo noises and moves his arms like train wheels.
It's just a montage of you and the metal burdens
Jeez.
doing all these things.
Yeah.
Jay,
26.
It's fine.
26 points
Come
of
on,
damage.
building.
Yeah.
You know the spread of your shotgun. You aim towards the head and just decapitate it, and both of its arms just fly off its body, slap across the room as its forward momentum continues forward and just. Shit! Thank you, Rowan.
You're kind of welcome. Not fully.
What can I do to get all welcome?
Later.
And this activity has sent all of them snapping and piercing out of the cages as you now just see that the hallway in front of you is filled with arms poking out and trying to reach after you. You will have to be evasive if you want to proceed down the corridor.
I'm gonna put my my shotgun in my lower right, basically my lower arms,
Okay.
and have my I'm gonna what's it called? Not retract. I'm gonna have my retractable blades out on the upper limbs. The shotgun, lower limbs, retractable blades, upper limbs. Anything that gets close, I'm slicing.
Okay. Windsor.
Can I assist Jay with his mutant, or do I have more coming at me?
You both are dead.
Oh, okay.
Both are dead. So the cages that were opened, you've pacified them, but now to like continue investigating down the like only way to walk through the center of these cages is this it's like the laser hallway, only with organic piercing.
Are there any
crazy limbs.
lockers on the walls?
There are not here.
There's no lockers, no storage, no drawers,
they're
no
just
desks.
cages.
They're just
There's
cages.
just
in this
cages
room.
in here.
So
And then
ruby
there is the door that leads into the questioning room.
Are there ruby circuits anywhere?
It seems weird that they wouldn't have like a failsafe to kill everything, in immediate, in an emergency, prods, weapons, nothing in this room.
Not the time for that.
They know.
There's no lockers, but that's what you asked for. And it's been too dark to get like a clear idea of what actually is fully in this room.
So
But
we're
if you
just-
want to make it down, your Jay is. It seems like he's preparing and just like walking up to the stretch.
Yeah, well, so I'm gonna go pretty much up to the point where we left off, and I'm gonna tell Winslow, hang tight, watch my back. I'm gonna put down a claymore facing behind us, and then let the others arm it. Let the others know, do not come behind us. I've laid a claymore. Don't surprise us by coming up from behind.
I don't think that's a good move. They're doing their own thing now. They could copy that, Jay, but still come right in after us. I
warned
don't
him.
think that's smart.
Actually, that's a good point. We got them going psycho. I'll disarm it and put it back. Just really want to use this.
Cages are pushing forward.
Are there
getting
any-
closer to you.
We're gonna do
The-
another
the-
scan to see if
the-
there are any more pride bars enough to, like, if any have made headway enough to come out of their cages.
All right. Since I'm assuming both of you are doing this,
I was
roll
gonna
it.
rip off a panel.
Huh?
Is there a panel I could rip off?
Yeah,
Make a shift shield.
The destroyed cage from the bloating necromorph. Its top was like seared off from the explosion. It does have some necromorph bodies that you have to push off, but you can sort of like lift it up, bend one of the bars around, and sort of like hold it.
You really could have killed me right there. I was gonna dead check everything before I even moved into the. But yeah, man, I take the panel, move out. Don't even.
I mean, I said you killed them. Why would I lie?
I'm thinking Dead Space.
You know, if you shoot off their limbs,
Anyway,
well
I'm gonna
For time's sake, I'll help you rip the.
Jay, you should take one. We'll hold one on
I
left,
got-
one on right, and then we walk down the. We run. down.
Okay, so what I want from both of you is a dex plus either athletics or melee weapon at advantage.
No offense, but I like my current loadout. Oh, at advantage.
Well, Winslow, I'm imagining, is in front of you with a shield, and you are behind, hacking with your four limbs at anything that sort of either comes around or jeopardizes the shield, or you press forward in any way. But the cages have shifted forward as you guys are trying to figure out what to do, and the DC is a bit higher.
21.
I got 16.
Okay.
Really low.
You guys are pushing forward. Oh, sorry. Jay, what did you get for your perception check?
Oh, I didn't do that. 25.
Okay, you see in front of the black splatter that's now being obscured by this mass of piercing arms, searching for death and blood and bodies. You see that the figure pressing its body against the bars right in front of where all that splatter of blood is. Their head has this foot sticking out of its eye. And the foot is shimmering a little bit. It's got this almost like chrome texture to it, and that's all that you can see. But it's like it's at the far end, and as you're pressing forward, Windsor, you just hear this against the metal that you're using to hold these. Just to like push forward and guard yourself as much as possible, and you hear a cling, 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 as you look down, and one of the limbs has entered into your abdomen, and you take 10 points of piercing. Oh, 10 points of damage. That's just inserted itself, broken a rib into most of your guts, and it's sort of like wiggles around there for a second before bringing it back out, and the assail happens once more. But you guys press forward. You're about halfway through. Go ahead and give me another dex plus brawling or athletics.
I think I have some reach.
No, you're as they're coming through, you are slicing them, but he just rolled too low to hold them all back. Like his shield is doing a good job of keeping them at bay, but it's just taken so much damage that one pierced enough of the way through to get all the way into his guts and sort of like make it their play area.
Stop it.
How you doing over there, Whistler?
I'll patch myself. I'll be good.
The shield goes from like raised up to just like on the ground scraping as he's just pressing it forward, trying to keep a low center of gravity as you guys are pushing down this hallway. Go ahead and give me another dex. This is provided it's successful, this is the last one that you'll need to get.
Still at advantage or no?
Still at advantage with the setup that you guys have done.
Same. 21.
19 this time.
Okay. Windsor, you're as the cacophony of pierces gets louder and louder and louder, and you just hear this this electricity disperse amongst numerous limbs on both sides of you as Jay is hacking limbs off as they're reaching around. Just in front of you, you see small hooks perforate and pierce all the way through the shield that you've made. But you just, honestly, at this point, as you guys are close enough, you shoulder chuck the shield forward. You don't let go of it, but just to provide enough force to like back them away as you turn the shield around to provide either yourself or Jay with the area right in front of the necromorph with the chrome foot sticking out of his eye socket. And you guys escape unassailed.
But
you don't escape, but you get to that point with the chrome foot unassailed. I'm sorry. You have been you've been
stabbed.
super assailed, but I mean like you haven't been
stabbed.
the second half.
No, I got
you've
stabbed.
been unstabbed. You have not been stabbed. The second half.
Unstabbed.
You're not unstabbed. You're still stabbed. Man, I'm failing at describing this. You made it to this place with the guy with the chrome foot sticking out of its eyeball, but they're still coming after you. What do you want to do?
I will provide Jay cover fire as he gets after his foot fetish.
I'm gonna try and shove my lower limbs in there to grab its limbs. If its face is like up against the cage, I'm gonna try to grab its limbs real quick with my lower limbs, and then use my upper limbs to also go into the cage and slice
I
Okay.
forgot you had forearms.
its upper limbs off.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is gonna
I was
be
like,
I was like, with your feet?
this is gonna be against your Dex plus brawling. It's rolling Dex plus brawling. Go ahead and you have to beat a 20.
Natural 10.
Eh.
Oh wow. Yeah, using all four of your limbs, you quickly, as Windsor clears the way, wiping all of the assailing, whipping, some tentacle-like appendages from these cages just around, and out of the way. You jump in, grab two of the limbs with your top appendages, and
No, lower.
sorry, with your lower appendages.
The blades are on the top limbs. My upper limbs.
Okay. Oh, okay. You grab it with your lower limbs to assail them, and you just slice the limbs directly off. And this body presses against against the bars as it slides down, still trying to nip at you with this shifting foot sliding down with it.
I'm gonna back up and yell, Windsor, take him out.
I'll spin around, taking out my pistol and just laying a couple rounds into its other body parts. Kind of like, just cut.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. It wouldn't be hard to hit this close, and this as you like set the thick metal sheet in place, put your back up against
19.
it, push it against the current cage so that they can't their appendages can't get out, and line up your shot as Jay's like rips the limbs off, takes a step back, and you just blood everywhere, falls to the ground. The foot sort of slowly lands upright, toes and base of the foot onto the ground, and you see a similar phone case for cards and identification and stuff on the side ankle.
I'm gonna lay one more round into that body.
Okay. Nice. As Jay maybe goes down to pick it up, it just goes.
Oh, did nothing.
It
to
really did
strip.
nothing. Ow! That thick metal sheet. And it leaps up. You dome it twice in the head, twice in another appendage. Blood starts to pool out and escape to an incredible degree, and the foot is still lying there as blood pools around it.
Got it. Let's get out of here. And we're gonna try to make our way.
Yeah,
Back
I'm
the way
gonna
we
do a
came.
final as we're like gearing up, ready to move out. Final perception check of the immediate surrounding area.
Okay, go ahead and give me one.
Game. Natty.
19.
19. Wait, you both did a perception check. You got a natural and you got 19.
Yeah.
What's your total roll, Jay?
26.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey there, buddy. You see at the base of this twisting sort of pillar monolith. It makes sense now, right? Almost like brain matter with what looks to be this like chip inside, just sticking out of the brain matter. Numerous wires connecting to the flesh of the now dead brain.
How far away is that again?
This is you guys are at the cage closest to the pillar. This is about 5 feet.
Jay. I like point over to it. Let's grab it and go. Could be some info on there that somebody might use.
You got it.
Alright, so picking up the shields again, we're gonna go pick up the chip, get the fuck out of the room.
All right. Jay, as you reach down, you almost like feel this shimmer across the air in between you and the spiraling pillar, and I want you and Winslow to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Wow. Oh wait, just wisdom?
Oh,
Or-
sorry. Will plus concentration. Curse you, D&D.
Dude.
But not really.
27.
Will plus concentration. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like a 15 now.
Remember,
rolled
Winslow,
9.
you have luck.
I
As
will
you
use
feel
10,
your
no,
like
I-
you
I-
see Jay,
7 points of luck.
and it would make so much more sense to
22.
leave this fucking room with Jay as you force yourself to overcome this feeling of aggression and animosity and love and unity. You force it from your being. Seeing Jay at the base of this pillar pick up Jay seems unassailed. He just like picks up the chip, pockets
I'm
it,
just gonna go.
turns around like
Jay. And I start like punching myself in the head, like, we gotta go.
Yeah, and Jay, you like look at Winslow's face, and it's like veins have started to appear across his temples and arch down. And as he's like punching his head, the veins like just like pull up and disappear.
Let me get some of that. Looks
I
intense.
point at the monolith.
I'll
That's
have
it
what
right there.
he's
Dex
having.
plus brawling or athletics or melee weapon. I should have added melee weapon before. As you guys are pushing out of here. And this is, and since you're not looking anymore, this will be one push. It will be a regular roll. If you already rolled at advantage, then we can just go like that. I was too late, but be honorable here. And
I rolled a
you rolled a 1. Okay.
I was gonna say, after like not being affected,
20.
I was gonna take my machete and stab it.
Oh, did you want to do that?
Well, to make this one make more sense.
No, the one's gonna continue for the push out.
No,
but
I get
before
it.
we get there.
But I assume that would just make things much worse for me.
I mean, yeah. So like,
Snap the brain.
so Windsor, what'd you get for your roll?
20.
As you're pushing forward, you're hearing dunk, 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 as you're just like feeling limbs and bones breaking from the force that you are pushing forward with both of your feet, scraping this huge piece of metal across the ground, running. You hear there's less electricity percolating from the sides of you from Jay as you as you make it to the door. You throw you may still want it. You do whatever you do with the sheet of metal, but you look behind you and you see Jay slide onto the ground, numerous slashes inside of him.
I'm instantly going back in.
You take 19 points of damage, Jay.
I'm running back in. I'm Netra, Australia, get in here! I'm running back in with the shield. I'm laying down fire with the pistol, just unloading rounds into limbs.
Okay, give me a marksman. Reflex plus marksman plus 1d10.
That's a 9, 19 plus 8, so a lot.
Okay, yeah, you managed to shoot off the limbs that are. You don't even have to roll damage. This is more of a scene than it is a specific action. They're now like the bars have been bent enough for torsos to be crawling out, piercing the ground, and pulling themselves forward towards Jay. And you're just.
As soon as I get closer, I'm gonna like whip this shield at one of them that's crawling out. I'm grabbing Jay by his back or whatever clothing he has on. I'm just dragging him as I'm laying into shots. I'm like, Jay, Claymore!
Nice. Bringing the shield up to Jay, like shifting it around up to Jay. Bringing your shoulder into the shield and lifting it up and pushing it into the mass of crawling necromorphs. You manage to press most of them down as you grab Jay, lift him up, and you both exit the room. Blue key in hand, or is it red key? You tell me at this point.
I'm gonna close the door.
Door just close. It's an automatic door. It has another key that you didn't find, but
as soon as it closes, I'm shooting the numlock or the security panel, so
okay.
It can't open again.
And it just opens all the way.
Hasn't it already been shot?
I'm just kidding. The light switch has been shot. Okay, and you guys, Winslow and Jay sort of come out of the hallway, breathing heavily, meet up with Netra and Estrella, and Winslow is carrying Jay's arm over Winslow's shoulder as blood is just pouring from Jay's organic pieces, oil from his cybernetic pieces. And you've got the blue and red key.
Who's got that skin graph? I look you up, and you look worse than me.
I mean,
hold on, everybody, hold on. If we need real, free and high quality services to improve our viewers, we can check streamdetails.com. Top streamers already use it. Reply to them. Yes, we want it. We want all of it. We want 100%.
What is
I
that?
think you just
all
did
of it,
respond
100%.
to it.
Can we get back?
We
to
want
that?
to do it. Whatever it is.
I don't
do
know what
it.
you're talking about.
Give us the viewers.
Freeze.cuckoo.
Mac, just get back
Did
in.
somebody just spam the chat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a spam chat. Okay, so sorry, we just got somebody spamming in the chat. I felt like they deserved my attention. So, because they went out of their way to give us attention. Anyway, you guys all collect in the hallway, in the circular corridor.
Wait, hold on. What about that skin graph?
There is one skin graft left, at least from the medical supplies here.
What are you at?
I'm at 20.
Really? Because I'm at 9.
17.
No, actually, I'm at 7.
You're at 7?
Yeah.
You're seriously right.
You need it more than I do.
I've
Wait,
just
hold
been
on.
on the floor.
In the event that people were not aware, when you go below half health, there is a detriment
Oh.
to your abilities.
Well, I just hit below half health.
I just
So
hit
you need
7.
to be vocal about that.
I said I'm bleeding a lot.
What is the detriment?
Just talk amongst yourselves and figure out what you're going to do as I consult the rulebook.
I'm in a fetal
I need it
position,
badly.
touching the texture on the wall.
Netra, the skin graph.
Oh, thank you.
Use it.
Beep, beep, beep.
She's out of it. I'm gonna.
Okay, so if
I
you
put
are,
it on
hold
my face where you
if
slapped
you are
me.
below half health, you have a -3 to all
Oh my god.
checks.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
You can do a medical check. If you get above a 13, you
Medical
It doesn't
check.
actually specifically say, but I'm just gonna say if you do a medical check,
First
if one
aid?
of you, if any of you has first aid, yes, then you can do a first aid check to your comrades, and this deficit of rolling will disappear. But you have to get above a 13, and you only get one roll.
I don't have
I'm gonna
first
do it.
aid. Oh, thank goodness.
How many times can I do it?
You can do it to everybody, but if you fail, then they're still going to be at a deficit.
Well, you should use a skin graph anyway. I'll go over to Winslow. Where you bleeding, buddy?
I kind of just like lift up my shirt and there's
I
like
don't
a
like
whole
this
bunch of
song.
stab wounds. You know?
Doesn't look bad. I mean, doesn't look good.
That's
Doesn't
not
look that
bad.
Doesn't look bad.
What does a skin graft do again? How much does it heal?
15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you
Is
say?
that coming from your phone?
It is coming from my phone, and I don't know why. Hold on.
Tone
Can
it
you,
down.
can you move it away from the mic?
There we go.
It's probably extremely loud.
What? Sorry, you said I had to beat a 15?
No. You just... Oh. You have to beat a 13 for your medical check, and that's to just, like, bandage people up enough to where their wounds won't affect their performance and won't continually, bleed out. And so then the -3, if you beat a 13 per team member, they won't roll at a deficit anymore. I don't know if this is
I'm sorry.
an
Winslow.
official Cyberpunk rule, but it's, we're homebrew.
I'm not doing too hot.
USMC!
I can't do much for you right now. Apply pressure.
And changes.
I always hear Enzer say that.
Yeah.
What?
Change your socks.
Change your socks.
Change your socks. Drink water.
Okay, so you rolled above a 13 for Winslow?
No.
Oh shit. You're at a deficit of 3 for all your rolls until you get some healing.
Try. Here's. I can do it for myself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I read my mind.
All right,
As
well,
this
it
is
makes
going
feeling
on,
better.
you're feeling the building continue to rock around you. You hear what sounds like something getting closer and closer and closer, and then maybe an elevator?
Was it a loud crash?
It was a pretty loud crash. Yeah, it sounded
Netra.
like it was on the level that you're on.
Let's go check that out.
Don't know if we can get back up.
In case that's well, the mutants. We should probably activate those bots.
What if they're not friendly?
Then we activate the bots.
Mutants come down here.
No, I'm saying what if
dead
the
anyways.
bots aren't friendly?
We point them in the direction of the elevator. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
okay.
they are in the direction.
Okay.
So you're continuing to heal?
Nope. No. I got the exact same thing. 9.
For you?
Yep.
Okay, so you fail on both you and Winslow, and you're like, yeah, this isn't for me, and then... Okay, so Netra, you are... Actually, no, you took the healing graph. Okay, so the skin graph. The sort of synthetic organic skin...
I was just gonna ask how Australia's doing.
I'm fine.
You have 2 more rooms. One is the door with the red and blue key, and some interesting looking how to phrase it, like some interesting looking depressions in the door. And you have another door that just needs a red key.
Blue key.
No, this one's a red.
We just
key.
used the red key to get into this.
Blue key. Then you're right. Why do I confuse red and blue?
You mean we gotta know
I'm
red
color
and blue stuff
stupid.
too?
Red versus blue.
Let's check on that elevator really quick. Might have a bigger problem on our hand.
I'll try and hack those bots.
What bots are you referring to?
The
You
ones
said
that
that
are
they're-
right outside the elevator.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead and give me a tech plus cyber tech. Actually, no, sorry. Give me a special plus interface.
Nice.
26.
Okay, you managed to get oust the defenses of one of the advanced robo units. It's like a 12 to 15 foot tall. It's always hard to tell because they're like hunched down and they're almost like a gorilla in form with their large arms extending down and shoulders back up. They raise straighten their back, and I'm assuming you're just telling them to like defend the elevator. You can put whatever protocol. It's got to be pretty simple into its programming.
Defend our group and elevator.
Okay, so as you guys like walk out, it like takes a step forward and turns, and then it like looks at the elevator, and then it turns the elevator, and then it looks at you guys, and then it turns, and then it looks at the elevator, and then it shifts, and there's like a bunch of servers like.
Perfect.
Okay.
Excuse me, do they look confused?
It's gonna
Yeah.
be like, look this way, get attacked.
Tell them to eliminate any hostiles in
Sounds
that
delicious.
direction. Point to the elevator.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the bulgogi. What?
Okay.
Yeah. He said
Lone
he's
Wolf
making
is a
bulgogi.
Korean.
Sounded
connoisseur.
really good. What did you say?
It's a spice rack you already have.
But tell those robos to attack anything, any hostile threats
Definitely correct.
coming from that direction, and I'll point to the elevator.
I relay that to the robots.
You've only hacked one so far.
Oh. I go ahead
And
and
one
try and hack the other
turns
one.
to follow you, and then as you're like, no, look that way, it sort of like lulls its shoulders in a turning motion towards the elevator, and then rights it, and then orients its machine gun arm and its flamethrower arm directly at the elevator.
Oh, fantastic. I'm gonna try and hack the other one too.
Okay, go ahead and give me a special plus interface.
23.
Same thing. If you give it the same directions, it sort of goes shoulder to shoulder with the other one as it looks it up and down, then looks at the elevator as both of them are primed and ready to go.
Should we take this one with us?
You do
What
see
kind
that there are two
dying?
different doors that open. One through the seam of the connecting doors, there's like sparks of flame coming out.
No.
We'll keep them both here.
Okay.
Can you tell them to self-destruct if they're out of ammo?
Sure.
Well, Netra, go ahead and give me an intelligence,
All right.
just
Nuclear power
intelligence
plant.
plus a regular
Right.
D10.
Just kidding.
The larger
Jay
units-
wouldn't know.
No, Jay really wouldn't know.
Nope.
7. But it was a natural one.
You're like, sounds like a good idea. If they're getting overrun, self-destruct, yeah.
No, I said if they run out of ammo.
If they run out of ammo, hence getting overrun, self-destruct. Naturally,
just
you forget
find,
why this might be a bad idea.
We'll find cover.
Could I chime in and be like, didn't last time they say they could blow up all this whole building? Like
You wouldn't
a
know that,
nuclear
though.
thing? They told that
That only
she
happened
said
in her
that
head.
to us. Like she was like, hey, they have nuclear bombs. I thought when
No, that was
when
all
we
taking
asked
place
her,
No.
in
she didn't tell us that they have nuclear bombs because we
Nope.
told her to shut the trucks and she
Player
told us not to.
Like,
she-
even she's confused in her head, like,
I thought she told us not. She wasn't gonna do that
you know,
though,
like,
because
why?
of the bombs.
Didn't I? No, it's a good idea.
She's
Yeah, it's a
talking
good
about
idea.
the bombs.
Oh, I should have done this upstairs, too.
Why didn't I do this before?
Yeah.
Next time.
This time. I won't let it get away this time. This time I'll blow them up.
There's like on the hips of the advanced units, there's like small symbols of like nuclear.
Extremely flammable.
Yeah. There's like warnings.
What's the
Can I
self-destruct
inspect
timer?
one of the androids? See what caliber ammo it has?
Sure. Go. You're gonna have to inform me. but go ahead and roll. Like the specific caliber.
Big,
I'll
yeah,
tell you like low, medium, high.
Do they have
and then...
pistol rounds? Do they have assault rifle rounds? How big are the rounds? What am I doing here?
Oh, sorry. Intelligence plus education plus 1d10.
14.
Looking at the barrels, it's hard to see where the ammo. Like you can see the belt feeding into the numerous barrels, but it's like a solid belt that doesn't show the specific cylinders of the bullets. It looks like it's about either like medium to potentially high caliber rounds.
And there's like I'm assuming something secured on its back where all the ammo is secured. There's no way. I'm gonna try to force my way into it for like 5 seconds. Into the backpack where the ammo is going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like
Into
Mono.
the
It's like
into the
Mono of the
back.
Gale, to where the belt feeds
Yeah.
into like numerous sort of cylinders on the back that'll rotate out. I like that. It is like Mono of the Gale. Go ahead and give me a tech plus basic tech.
Do you
Plus
see
1d10.
on the back of
If there's anything else that you can conceive of that would rationalize this, that would be more appropriate for this role, let me know. But tech plus basic tech is like how well you know
Can I
how to
do
unscrew
brawling with melee weapon?
Oh, if you're just ripping it open?
I'm just gonna shove my knife in there.
You gotta
Bring it
wine
over.
and dine
then
them
dex
first.
plus melee weapon plus 1d10.
Does it say made in Beirut on the back of it?
What?
I don't get that one.
Okay. It's easier anyway.
20.
Oh, wow. 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, just stick your knife in between the two seams, screws pop out, and you see this winding belt of ammo curling around and feeding into one central compartment that feeds into the like through the robot.
How many rounds does it look like to me? Like a couple hundred rounds?
Couple hundred, yeah.
I'll take like 100 rounds.
Okay, you have what's in between 50 and 50 caliber and 9 millimeter.
Like 7.62.
7.62. There we go. Yeah, yeah.
They really complicate the situation here soon by taking rounds.
7.62. You get 150 7.62 rounds.
Do I see any symbols within the android that would alarm me?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence, just a straight in INT plus 1d10.
10.
Total.
You see like the nuclear symbols, but you can't quite put together what they mean. It's like you're like looking up. It's like there's no nukes on this guy, and then you just walk away.
Yeah, I say that out loud. There's no nukes on this guy. Close it up.
And then Netra's like, yeah, there's no nukes, and she high fives you.
We all high five each other.
You
No
slowly
nukes.
walk away in tandem, shoulder to shoulder.
No
as
nukes.
this
No nukes. No nukes. No
very
nukes. No
vibrant white light just. But yeah, you guys, two advanced robo units, again like 12 to 15 feet tall, both with a flamethrower and a minigun equipped with them, heavily armored, aiming at the elevator that you came in on, and you, as you're walking away, you hear.
Let's go.
And you just see you like look behind you and you see of all the flashing, just green flesh and skin like flying forward and pressing as 4 bodies just are evaporated.
That's our time to go.
The robos
More
reorient
evaporated here in a
themselves.
little
Let's
bit.
get out of here.
You guys took most of the ammo the robots.
I
a lot
imagine
of the ammo, I
the-
guess, the robots had. So running out of ammo is gonna be pretty quick at this point.
Imagine the robot doing that exact thing, like grr, grr. Because
wow.
you coughed.
All right, so I grabbed
And the other's
the.
like, bless you. And it was like, no, I coughed, man. You don't have to do that.
It was a cough.
It's like, oh,
Wasn't
I
a
can't hear it over the.
All right, so I'm going to room
I've seen a
8
human
or
do it
5
once.
or whatever. The other room that's unlocked. Locked.
So there's 8 that needs both the red key and the blue key, and then there's 5 that needs just the red key. The blue key.
You should make different colored keys.
No, I just need to remember what my keys are.
Just Make them purple and green.
Always red, blue, and yellow.
Then I'd confuse purple and green.
Yellow is maintenance.
Simple concepts
Red
are
is-
difficult for this one.
Alright, Netra.
Blue is science.
I'm no good at guessing. What does the deep stream say? Blue or red and blue?
Which door should we go into?
You decide.
This comes off very naturally for you.
This would be a good time to.
Huh?
Be a good time to cut.
Come back with
We'll
the
we'll,
answer.
we'll get the okay. So chat, wonderful viewers of all kinds. There is a decision they have to make. They have both the red and blue key. We are going to take
Arn
a break,
says both.
and
Worked really hard for them.
they have two doors, two remaining experimental rooms to explore, in search of the child that they are looking for. One with a simple red key, and that's all that they need to. Sorry, blue
Blue,
key.
blue.
That's all that they need to.
Three,
to
my
open it.
lord.
And another door that needs both the red and blue key, and there's like something interesting in the center of the door. We are going to take a 20-minute break. What time is it right now?
827.
8:27. So we will be back here at 8:50 at the latest. And just let us know which door you want them to take before we get back. Thank you for watching so far. We hope it's been entertaining. We hope you found something of value here. And we will see you when fate next brings us together in 20 to 23 minutes. Toodaloo!
Wait, Arn has a question though.
Oh, Arn has a question.
Yeah.
What's in the center of the door? Might need a perception check to confirm the choice. Yes. One of you, as you're walking around trying to find the 5th and 8th room again, give me a perception check. Only one of you can roll.
Who's got the highest percentage?
Should not be me.
I have a +5 in perception.
I have a minus half.
Mine total is 10.
I am also.
Wait,
at
so
minus
intelligence plus
3.
perception is 10? Plus 1d10?
Well, I haven't rolled yet, but I'm saying that.
Max, you roll.
I have.
Intelligence plus perception.
13.
Wow.
Wait,
It's
what?
it's
What
it's
is-
hard.
what is-
It's
2. What do you want me
What
to
is-
do?
You're like, this door, like, something about this door is different than the others. It's got, like, these two little insertion points in the dead center, one on top of the other, but, like, nah. It's, you know, it's got a highlighted red panel, and it's got a highlighted blue panel. That's all we need to think about.
All right.
He conveys that to you.
Thanks.
It's got a doohickey.
All right, until fate next brings us together. We'll see you back here at 8:50 p.m. PS time. Thanks for joining, guys.
Welcome back, Sasapunks, to the stream of a lifetime. We're picking up deep below the depths of the Ministry of Information's Capital Tower, where the Mortal Code, our heroes in this story, are going from experimental chamber to experimental chamber to try and find Adina, the child that they have been searching for. With only 2 out of 8 rooms left, all keys in hand, which room do they investigate?
Well, Netra.
Oh, Arn says single car door.
Card door.
All right, the
Well, it is.
5th room it is.
okay. As Netra's stream chimes in to guide your decisions, the single
They didn't say anything
key.
hard.
I'll put it in the slot.
Okay. As you enter the blue key into the highlighted blue panel, spin it. The door, almost as though as you turn the key, the door opens, and
Give him a shotgun out.
you are what immediately presents itself is a window. There is a corridor that proceeds along the length of the corridor that you're currently on. There's a window in front of you and 2 doors on either side of the hallway on the other side of the door that you've just opened. Does that make sense? So there's
I
a
think-
hallway, a window on the other side of the wall to the hallway, and then 2 doors on either side of that window. What you see on the window, through the window, is this massive cables, steam periodically spewing from some of the connection points of these cables, and copper wires and tubes, all leading into this almost like central, all leading and connecting to this central cylinder that you're looking directly at. To the left side of this cylinder, it seems like there's this huge screen and monitor. To the right side, it's as though the cylinder itself extends and disappears into this long, dark corridor, and that's all you can see from where you currently are.
Tell me if you remember this. I'm kind of picturing the mail room in Futurama with all the tubes, and there's just they all kind of centralize into one location.
It's almost like you see on the periphery a mass of tubes and copper, also tubes and cylinders leading into one central mechanism that extends past your view.
Okay.
So it's as though power is being fed in a massive degree to this central thing.
Netra, you think you can hack that?
Maybe if I put one of the breaker beetles on it.
I got one right here.
Shoop.
I have 1 left breaker beetle now.
There's no place to put the breaker beetle right now. You're in a viewing room before you get into the actual room.
Is there a desk here with buttons and stuff?
No, it seems to just be a viewing room. As you look down the length of the corridor, there are no buttons or components that control much of anything.
I'm still on edge and on reflex, drugged up. I'm gonna start looking around for any threats.
Okay, give me a intelligence plus perception plus 1d10. That's cocked. For sure.
Thankfully.
Anybody else doing anything?
19.
There are
Stomp on them, though.
next to the next to the door and close to the window that you see, but as you open them, they're empty. They're almost like as you enter this ride, like make sure to take off your glasses and purses and things. Oh, you got a 19?
Yeah. Well, not just threats, like, robos, humans, anything beyond, like, the
Other
broad.
than the periodical steam, are you entering into the first sort of viewing corridor at least?
Yeah.
You look through and you can actually see that the central mechanism that all of these tubes and funnels are leading into extends into this singular barrel with numerous what seem to be like electrodes and almost like Tesla coils on the top, ending in a barrel that is almost like looking down this long, dark cavern. It's like you guys are underground, and it's almost as though like this, just like enough space has been built out to maybe like fire or something.
Well, let's go check it out. I don't see anything else in here.
I'm gonna head in that direction.
Okay.
I'll say out the right door.
Closer
Assuming they
to
both
the barrel.
lead down.
They both do. It's very obvious that they both do. You do have to insert the blue key once more, opening the next set of doors, and you enter into a very long chamber. It's not equal portions. It's as you look in, you're looking into the short side. You look left and right, and it extends much farther to the right as the barrel extends into what looks to be a dark cavern that opens up wider and wider and ends at a sheer flat wall that is maybe like 40 to 60 feet in front of the end of the barrel. And you can see that on the left side there is what looks to be this almost like control panel. So right side, end of the barrel, left side, control panel. It looks like the entire thing is about 30 feet in length.
Got us a control panel here, Netra.
I'm gonna head to the
Work your
control
magic.
panel.
Okay.
Trying to hack it.
It's not really that kind of control panel. It seems as though as you look at it, there's a keyboard, a very large mechanical keyboard, and then like one entry of again a similar aesthetic of black background, green text, and it's like that vertical line that's periodically flashing in and out of like, would you like to type something? And as you look above the control panel, you can see you're looking down the length of this hyper long barrel to this flat wall that proceeds almost like into darkness. Oh, and yeah, there's like a big red enter button that's more pronounced than the rest of the keyboard.
I'm gonna type in power on. Enter.
Okay. As you type this, steam spills from these numerous connection tubes down the length of this large barrel. You hear servos start to, and up the copper coils, electricity just like shoots and electrifies around it, not necessarily connecting to the copper coils, as though it's like releasing electricity and steam as this, at the tip of the barrel, there's this welling point of red and orange energy. God damn it! God damn it! Fuck all of you! I didn't mean to
Is
do
it
that.
throbbing?
The throbbing pole
This
that
is the
all of you can
second time
fuck
tonight.
yourselves with. The second time tonight?
Yeah. The first time was with that bar in the cage and that monster who was like,
You just-
I don't understand how nobody else lost their cool during that point. I couldn't take it.
And here I was like, I described it so well.
Are we in the
I
blast zone?
felt
you
the
honestly-
reaction from the crew
You
here.
honestly did describe it really well. It's
Yeah.
just that the rest of us have really dirty minds.
you gotta clean up your
Well,
emotions.
anyway, this beam wells up this energy in front of
Yeah,
it,
it
not in front of
does.
my mouth.
Ooh.
How does that happen?
Clip it! Clip it!
Meme.
Can we get a clip?
And that's the last moment. Nobody knows what the beam does.
And we all die.
As the massive phallic object discharges its load, its payload,
Ooh.
its welling payload into the wall, splashing and splattering to a great and evocative degree.
I can picture it. Yeah,
I can picture it. I need some inspiration though.
I'm sorry.
I'm turning you guys off.
You
Sorry.
really are turning us all off.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like I'm turning you on anyway. God. This red and orange continual beam. I'm so sensitive now to the words that I say. Shoots from the barrel. In the chamber that you're all in, the power of this beam echoes throughout. You feel it jitter and vibrate your bones, in the meat on your bones, in the components of your synthetic materials from your arms and cybernetic limbs are
What model is this? I'm sorry. We'll stop.
We activate the vital load.
the vital load.
The
The
mega load.
home wrecker. That's the model name. It just says it in gold letters on the base. Home wrecker.
The red and orange beam of continual coursing energy in a dense collection shoots forward and impacts the wall. Waves of the energy pulse
Wash
outward
over all of us.
All right.
Okay, I'm
to
done.
create
I'm done.
this large ovular portal. This oval of dense red and orange shifting, shimmering energy. As the beam stops, the portal persists.
I'd like to check out what's on the other side.
Of the portal?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about a 60-foot walk. 60 to 70-foot walk. If you're on the other side of if you're near the control mechanism, you have to walk down the length of this, this vast gun, and through the length of the open cave that it's piercing into. About halfway down the length of the gun, you start to hear this. And close to the base of the portal, near the ground, you see this black, god damn it, this black ovular shape extends out of the red and orange gateway. You see tiny silvery teeth at the base of this black oval. You hear, as the teeth emerge, this hissing as drool drips off of it.
Adina.
You hear
Close this door.
you see this slender black body pulling itself from
Turn
the
it off.
portal on all
Turn it off.
I
fours,
type in power
crawling
off.
almost
Power off. Enter.
elegantly along this thin pointed finger. The gun is off.
I leave this room. I run back into the
You
the
see
other
pointed
control room.
fingers
I'm out.
crawl and scrape into the ground.
Fire.
The last to exit this portal
Oh, the gun
from
again?
this quadruped.
Fire. Enter.
laying down rounds.
Okay,
Everybody stay back.
okay,
I'm putting
okay.
my claymore down.
everybody roll. I'm reflex
Reflex plus
plus 1d10.
That worked out well.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, 21, 14.
22.
9.
Okay.
What?
So this is how we're gonna do it. Jay, you're first. We're going clockwise. Jay, Winslow, Estrella, whatever that happens to be, in anything else maybe, and Netra, and then we start again. Okay, so starting with Jay, what would you like to do? As you see this thin creature almost elegantly crawl across the ground, 2 front arms and 2 back legs. The last thing to leave the portal is this, like the spinal tail that ends in a spike.
I'm gonna set up that claymore, facing in the direction of this black.
So there are 2 paths.
creature.
One on the left side of the beam, one on the right side of the beam. Where are you setting this claymore? There's like a singular corridor from the barrel of the beam that it's crawling through right now. Again, about 40 feet, and it's just left the portal. And then as it gets to the beam, there's a right side and a left side that lead all the way to the back where Netra is. So where are you laying the claymore?
Facing that creature.
Left side or right side of the beam?
Whichever.
Where are you laying it in relation to the creature and everything else in the room?
Sorry, I don't want you to like re-describe everything. I think you've already done it twice, and it's still not clicking for me. So
No.
Whichever...
I'm not going to stop until you understand where you are. There's a big rectangle. That's the room. Big rectangle. One portion of the room, there's the beam. It's in half of the room. That's aiming down the other half of the room. That is a full absent rectangle where the portal is. On the side that you guys are closest to, there is that beam that's in the center of, like, halfway through the rectangle. Does this make sense?
Still no.
Wow. Hold on. No. I'm not going to stop. Okay, so imagine you're in a big rectangular room. I'm just going to keep going this route. On one half of the room that you're in, there's the beam. Down the center of it.
I thought the beam has turned off. There's no longer a beam. Are you talking about barrel?
I mean the thing that creates the beam.
So the barrel.
The barrel, yes.
Okay, so there's a barrel.
There's a barrel in one half of the room.
Yes.
And
Facing a wall.
Yeah, facing on the wall.
And
And
the
on
wall
the
is where
left
the
and right
portal
side of the
is.
barrel, there is some feet to maneuver. So, like, on the left side, as you look to the left side of the barrel,
Oh, so
there's
it's
like a
that.
walkway that you can walk down.
Just like
As you look to the right side of the barrel, there's another walkway that also connects to those 2 doors.
Which
that you
side are
came
we
in
on?
You guys are behind at the control panel of the barrel.
Oh, I see.
So you are looking down an 80-foot length rectangle.
We came from the right side.
You came from the right side.
So then that's where we're gonna leave, to the right side.
Okay, so you put the claymore on the right side of the barrel, in front of the first door closest to the portal, or to the second door closest to you guys. Remember, there were 2 doors from this chamber that you came in on.
You have to go
Near the
towards the
portal?
alien to put the one in the front, but you. I mean,
Look, if it makes it easier, I can just use my shotgun. Because this is... Or hand this off to somebody who understands.
say just
The
place
imagery
it,
here.
place it near the first door, like it's closest to us, so you don't have to go
Here you
away
go,
from
Australia.
us. No, I don't know how to do that. Just place it there. Put it there. There. Yeah. Alright, I guess I point towards the first door and you can set up. I have no idea how to do claymores, so. I drive. I don't do bombs.
First door it is.
Does this make sense?
I can't see that.
Oh, you're showing them first. Okay. How about this?
Oh.
Literally just a hallway with a
Door on the
with
left.
a gun beam in it in the center. And you are by the controls on the far.
The door
Side
closest to us.
Okay, that's where you're putting the claymore.
Well, like basically between the two. It would be facing the portal, but on the door, like if we're facing the door, then on the left side of the door.
Okay, so you navigate in this turn order. You go close. You take a few steps past the door, set the claymore as you see this creature looking at you and walking forward. You set the claymore, bonus action, and the rest of your move. Actually, it would be close to 30 feet to set the claymore and get to the door. You wouldn't be able to leave just yet.
Okay. Well, I'll just be setting it up and telling
this
everybody
is-
else to
this
go.
is not the appropriate sign.
Perfect for waiting to die.
Okay. Set the claymore, wait by the door as Jay sees the creature, rushes forward, slaps the claymore down, activates it, and walks backward towards the door that you guys entered in on. Winslow, you're up. What do you do?
Is the creature like making any movements towards us? And then,
Yes, it's coming towards you, and it's specifically coming towards Jay. Quickly and on the ground, close to the ground, 4 limbs.
laying some assault rifle.
This long extended head, black head, thin body, taloned fingers, pointed taloned fingers. You hit it. Go ahead and roll damage. 23 points of damage. Okay, so you see assault rifle?
Yeah.
Bullets rip into the... It almost seems like it's got a hardened exterior, like an exoskeleton, and this very soft, fleshy interior. As your bullets, you hear the impact of pulsing inside, and you see green, acidic blood splash on either side of it as the acidic blood corrodes the ground around it, and it's and it disappears in front of the gun, so you can't see it. But you do a pretty significant amount of damage to it. You do poo poo. Estrella, what are you up to?
Creatures retreated.
No, well, I mean, you can't see the creature now, but it was shot up, and it quickly sort of like it didn't retreat back into the portal.
Yeah, it's just like
it took
on-
up another position.
Yeah, so I can't see it right now, and it's for.
I
I
guess
guess
use a bonus action perception check. Right?
guess I'm gonna move towards the door. I guess if we're going out that door, and like I don't know, like we call it like security for the alien if I see him.
Okay.
Alien.
So you're going towards the door and holding your action in the event that the alien gets closer to you.
And, like it pops up and like I can see it. Like oh crap!
What weapon are you using to attack it?
Shotgun. I have dragon rounds in it. I guess the 30 dragon fire rounds I got. The fire.
Oh, nice. Okay. At this point, you hear the of the portal sort of flex and bow in and out again as another black creature is this time sprinting through, hissing. It disappears into a gory explosion of black limbs and acidic blood as this red beam just
Really weird song.
Winslow, where did you end your turn? By the door? Okay. Netra, as you're looking above the console towards the portal, you see this creature explode in front, and anybody looking at Netra sees these 3 red dots on Netra's forehead. And you look towards the portal and you see this sort of like shift of the portal's energy around this pointed red beam. Only on AMC. The black 4-limbed creature that initially came through, Netra, you hear this scraping along the ground on the left side of the gun. And whipping around the side before you can even see the full shape is this black spiked blur that of the tail. This like vertebral tail with, imagine like a back that continues to a spinal cord that continues to extend vertebrae after vertebrae into this spiked tip that arcs around and articulates itself into your jugular. Maybe we'll see.
Oh, that's nice.
Sick. You can roll, if you would desire, a competing dex plus brawling to see if it hits you.
I just read that comment.
Suburban punk.
Was your mic turned off?
Mine or
Yeah.
whose?
No, wait, I said off.
It was.
Netra.
Wait, is my mic on?
Sorry, what? I'm supposed to roll a...
Roll a dex plus brawling plus 1d10.
$23.
Wow. What is the melee weapon you have again? Do you have any melee weapon?
The headset.
Yeah.
Headset and just
Literally, your prototype sleek headset, you have no offensive or defensive options available to you. You only count on and depend on the robust, potentially robust nature of the prototype headset you're using, and you jump out of the way, turning your headset as this tail scrapes across it, leaving this deep gash into your headset.
Wait, maybe she uses asynchronous space warp.
Asynchronous space warp to fill in all of the
Space and time.
frame
missing
rates
frames.
that you would normally miss. You put them together and are able to visualize the entire scene of this tail sleeking out and waving around the corner and thrusting itself straight at you as you use, again, the sort of like almost heavily armored sides of your headset to deflect it as you turn around and manage to just barely escape the damage as this creature reveals itself around the corner, and you are there with it mere feet away. Let's see. You still have the nobody's actually told you, but you still have this sort of like, as you move, these 3 little dots continue to follow on your forehead.
So wait, did this creature like come in between me and the keyboard?
Yes.
Okay.
And you see the displacement of the portal's energy once more, and then the portal slowly disappears. And you are up. To your left, about 5 to 6 feet, is this thin exoskeleton. Like, if it were to stand on its two back legs, it would be maybe 8 feet tall. But it is currently close to the ground with this extended black ovular head and this, again, this sort of like spinal tail with two clawed frontal appendages ripping into the ground, currently sort of like a like an apex predator, sort of like circling around you, like you're its prey.
Would we be correct in picturing Alien?
Yeah, that's what I
Maybe
pictured.
it's an alien, exactly an alien.
Basically what I pictured.
There we go.
I will take out my heavy pistol.
The 3 dots might be also representative of something as well, but
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes?
yeah,
The Animaniacs.
you don't have to worry about it. It'll just go through your head and it'll turn into a.
I don't know
It has
this
like an
reference.
Alien Predator
That's all,
mashup right
folks.
now.
Yeah, we didn't.
What?
He's finally getting that.
No, This is all original content. God.
Deep space
It's
I never saw
extraterrestrial and
Alien vs.
Hunter.
Predator.
You never saw it
Cannon on
EV?
your face.
It's a what?
Nothing.
It's a what?
What'd you just say?
She's just like, oh, I don't even understand the horror that
I
this
didn't
represents.
I didn't watch that movie.
But your head is pulsing from the
how
even
he
the
targets, I
momentum
see.
of the tail swiping against it. It knocks some fear into you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What is it?
point my heavy pistol at it, like look into its eyes or at its face, and then I'm gonna like look kinda to the side of it, you know, like just above it. I'm gonna be like, no! And I'm gonna scream and hope that it distracts it. It's gonna be like, is there something larger behind me?
Wow.
You know,
They
Netra, go it just
great,
because.
great scanning.
Go ahead and
Please.
give me a cool.
Please!
Give me a cool plus persuasion.
That's the influencer in you. Trying to make a scene. Being dramatic.
Maybe it'll work.
It's like to asking a predator, like, you wouldn't hit a person with glasses on, would you? Oh.
Going to the library to get some info was a task.
Just told him,
Natural 10! 21! It's distracted as fuck.
It like eyes you up and down, and
so lucky.
as you are articulating and gesturing about the horrors that exist behind it, it sort of looks over its shoulder at the destroyed remains of a very similar creature that came through the portal and got exploded, not from any of you, and it quickly shifts its entire body, scraping the ground in 180 degrees in preparation for something behind it. And that was your bonus action. So what's your
I
action?
run to this door and I enter it and close it.
Okay. Netra just like sprints,
Bye!
leaves, like exits the door, which is she's now farther than all of you, and just like dives in through the open.
Pulling real
doors.
George Stanza right now.
You do
Do we
notice
know what's in that room?
you do know that
This is
that
one we
these,
came
that
from,
these
right?
two doors can be locked that you entered into. It
Don't
did
tell her
take
that.
the blue key. Well, she doesn't have the blue key. I think
Oh,
you have the blue
I
key.
do, yeah.
And so everybody but you, Netra, is on the other side as you've tricked the alien. I mean, this black light creature. And you've dove into what may be safety.
Cool.
Jay, you're up. On the outskirts of this room, you know that the alien creature, the black, thin creature, is by the controls. And you know that potentially something else might be in the room.
Really wish I had a nuke right now. Since the claymore is
Give me a perception check.
okay.
Intelligence plus perception. Plus 1d10. 10. Yep. Whoa!
Sorry. Butterfingers. Whatever it is, I don't. I rolled a 3 and
Yeah, you
these are
yeah.
halved.
Nope, you're good. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna run into the door. Wait, sorry. Yeah, I gotta keep that. I'm gonna move the claymore as close as I can to the door to like cover spread, but still give us a window.
Take a few steps forward and grab the claymore and just like waddle backwards, looking and like hearing, like to your right you're, to your left you're. And it's like, fuck.
Well, we need to get in there, so I'm just gonna lay it down close to the door and then run through the door, and
Okay.
yell for everybody.
Winslow and Estrella, I think, are also still on the other side of the door. So.
Right. That's why I'm not putting it centered on the door. I'm still facing it, towards the right most
Okay.
area.
This room doesn't have any way out of it, does it? Though. I mean, it's a blocked room, isn't it? So.
No, it's two ways out into one way out, effectively.
Can
There are
I
two
make
doors
it-
that lead into one central chamber
Yeah.
that lead out, but that's all that you see currently.
Can I make it towards the other door? So I run inside the door closest to me. Can I run to the other door and lock it?
Yeah.
I do it.
Okay, so setting the claymore and locking the other door closest to the portal, the now dematerialized portal.
Nope.
You lock it and are with Netra in that chamber. There's only one more door to lock. Winslow, you are up. You heard and
I'm
saw
exiting the room.
the black
I'm exiting
flash.
the room.
I know. I'm just saying you saw this.
Get past it. I'm out. I don't even see it. I'm out.
You just slam your body up against a closed door and then it opens
Yeah.
and you walk right through. Okay.
But nobody saw it.
Any action that you want to do?
I was right next to the door.
You were on the other side.
No, I was holding
it
scared. I was
down.
going
No,
like
I
this,
don't do
looking at the
anything.
alien. You
I'll
just went,
post up
boop.
as soon as I get through the door. I'll just turn around and post up, ready for anything that comes through. I'll shoot.
Okay.
I'm still there though.
Estrella, you get 2 actions as your held action is released as from the right side the crawling black creature reveals itself as it's quickly scraping after Netra and Jay
Okay.
and Winslow. You're the
I'll
last
just
person in this room.
Fire at it, and then like here is like this is me, this is the door, or this is me, this is the door. Right here, like
Yes, pretty much. You are right
flip,
next to the
I'm gonna
door.
Fire. Roll into the room.
Okay, so that's like a free action because you held your action last time. Go ahead and roll reflex plus marksmanship plus 1d10.
So that is like 23.
Using a
24?
shotgun, you make it for sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's the dragon round, so 1d6 fire extra, I think it says. So 4, 5, 6. This one will be fire. 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 15. So that's 10 points regular shotgun damage and 5 points fire damage.
Okay. As you press your back up against the closed door behind you, it letting your shoulder blades fall backwards as you're like falling into the door, and you see this black creature like look around the control panel of the beam and claw itself forward, pulling itself and leap at you. And you release your dragon round shotgun blast from it, and it impacts it, washing flame and holes through its form and body, as you see it almost like mid leap, shotgunning it right into the face, across a good portion of its mass, and it brings up both of its arms as it disappears into flames behind you. And before the door closes, you hear this.
I want to check myself to see if I have any blood on me. If it's like sizzling or whatever. Like, oh shit.
That's actually a good point. I'm gonna roll for that.
It's like,
Oh.
I'm using a shotgun, so it's like.
It's already been done. You can't roll for it now. You
Yeah,
can't.
he's
No,
already
I
got
know.
it.
That's the thing. I'm using
Yeah,
a
we're
shotgun,
good.
so it'll be pretty messy. So it's like, oh crap.
Yeah,
God damn
you're already.
it does hit you,
safe.
but you only take 1 point of damage
Oh, thank
as
goodness.
spatterings of this creature lace themselves across your form, and it's small singes, small smoke stacks, as this light burning sensation crosses your body as you see your armor disintegrating, and some portions across your torso have actually made it onto your skin, and it's this hyper pin needle dense pain, so small but so nerve-wracking that it flashes white in your eyes is the extent of the pain. You know, it's only one damage is lame. Gay.
Yeah. It's
Goops
still
is what?
acid though.
Goops. Anyway, okay, so all 4 of you are behind the door now. Let's see how this works. Okay. All 4 of you, just as a free action, give me an intelligence plus perception check.
I fail.
14.
16.
Okay. Winslow, you catch it. And Netra, you catch it too, because it seems like it's looking at you. These 3 dots on the metal glass. Oh, it's not on the metal glass, on the thick layer of glass that separates you from this other room. These 3 dots. It's like almost looking at you. Being the least familiar with this,
Who's it on?
The paint the wall black.
Winslow, you recognize that it is on Netra.
Still?
I'm just gonna put my arm near Netra and kind of move her away from the window.
I'm
Netra,
just
you
gonna,
take
like,
25
look through the
points
What?
of damage as
Ah.
the glass, it doesn't shatter, it melts. There are 3 holes that melt and extend outward, combining into one singular hole with these cylindrical connections, and your body is pierced with this searing. You can do something to try and intervene.
I was
but
gonna
it's
say and I literally I see the dots and I understand it's a reticle. I rip her away from the window.
Okay.
Just there, like, what is that?
You're like,
dots?
That's
wait a second.
that stupid
Like,
person
put your
in the
eye up to
horror.
the 3 dots?
Yeah.
Okay, Winslow, give
it's
me.
like the worst Secret Service ever. My daughter and the president.
Someone clean that off of
makes
him.
look kind of cool.
It's like a cat.
When did you get that tattoo? What
Yeah.
tattoo?
Who's got the laser pointer?
Free LASIX.
Okay, Winslow, give me a Dex plus evasion plus 1d10.
Oh my god, all the things that I don't
You have luck. Well, you don't have luck.
have. Plus evasion. Oh, 17.
Okay, roll a d6.
3.
You take 22 points of damage as Winslow quickly pulls you, not entirely out of the way, but like pulls you enough of the way to where the beam penetrates your shoulder, destroys all garments and armor on that side, and rips all the way through the flesh, bone, and muscle, and it detonates into the wall. Winslow saved you from something that was aimed at your heart.
Did he? Because I'm dead.
Winslow pulls an unconscious body away from the.
You got like.
And the stream goes down.
Yeah.
No, the stream is up. The headset's fine.
Yeah, the stream is still going. It's just a lifeless.
But it shows the status of Netra as red.
Medical check?
Down. Jay, you see this. Again, the glass is not utterly destroyed. There is a thick opening inside now, and you don't know where it came from. You have no idea. Netra's down. Winslow has her with him, and she's unconscious. What do you guys do?
Somebody get a gun on that hole. I'm gonna go over to Netra and do a medical check.
Okay, go ahead and do a medical check. See if you can stabilize her. This is 15, I believe.
Exactly.
Wow. You fail literally every medical check but this one.
Thank
I have a
goodness.
3 in both tech
You can
and
also use
first aid, and I rolled a 9.
Yay!
Yeah. So you are back to 1 HP, Netra.
Ah!
Winslow's holding you up. Is anybody taking a position on the hole?
I mean. What do we have here?
You see red lights highlight the
We gotta
seams.
go.
Yeah, let's
The,
just
the
go.
seams
We're
of
getting
the
out of
right door as you hear
We're out of
as the door's trying to open.
We're leaving now.
Just gonna be
I'm dragging.
Leaving the
Netra.
viewing room to the hallway.
Okay. Windsor pulls Netra back. Jay follows.
I'm going as well, yep.
Estrella,
Keep my gun on
yeah,
the wall, though,
pointed
like-
out the window, follows as well, and you just hear this clicking, this damp clicking sound as again the right door is like trying to open. Door shuts behind you.
Netra,
Red glowing panel to the left.
I know things aren't looking good.
Can I turn that panel off? Like,
Yeah,
turn this
shoot
door
that
off?
panel
Don't
too.
shoot the
You
door
need, you
panel.
need the key to do it. Are you shooting it or using the key?
No,
We'll use the
shoot. Last time you shot the door, it just stayed open.
No, it closed. It's just fucking.
I'll use the key to lock it.
Okay, you use the key.
What door opens when you shoot?
Can we
It's a you know, up to a
Over-
roll.
Like the
quickly
worst
check
security ever.
on the lobby? I'll
Could
call
have
it.
done that the whole time.
Yes, as you sort of like look around towards the towards the opening of the elevator lobby that you went to, it's just like smoke rolling out. Not fire, but just like dissipating smoke.
Any gunfire or, like T minus?
It seems apparent that gunfire has happened in between when you left and now.
Netra,
Ah.
you might want to hack those bots if you can. Face them this way now.
Yeah. Well, your arm's obliterated. Hey. Can you just
Yeah.
Can
do
you,
this?
So Windsor's just like
can you
holding her,
do
like,
your
Netra,
job?
Like fucking
Please?
Like,
get up.
Yeah.
I-
Are you hurt?
I got this,
Can
Netra.
you just do
I was
your
like-
job?
As I pull your headset off and put it on, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, I don't got this. And put it back
Still
on.
got a job to do.
Using my arms and moving them for me, hoping that it's doing something.
Is she? I think it's working. Yeah.
Yeah, one arm's just really good, and the other arm's causing you extreme amounts of pain.
I'm gonna attempt it. I'm gonna be like, I need help with my left arm. I can't move it.
And I just like give her a refresh if that does anything.
I give her a superior healing potion.
I mean, you can give her a refresh. It would help with her clarity in a close to death moment.
I'm gonna give this to you, I guess. Just
What
do
is
like an adrenaline needle, like
Morphine?
stab the heart, like.
Please. Oh God, why?
And-
Okay, Netra, as your senses come to you in this moment, you clarity comes to you. You see your wounds. You know that you're not doing too well right now at all. You need medical attention, but your group needs your ability right now. All of you hear this spark across your comms.
Aptio. Or is it?
Shut up and listen. 10 seconds ago, President Kennedy, the 4th, launched a tactical nuke at his own city. 3 seconds ago, I overloaded my robo-rig with power I jacked from half of the city to send you this message. We have 3 minutes before the wings of the machine district goes up. That's the district that you guys are all in. The district
This is
that
to
the
all of
Citadel
us,
is in.
or just
this
to
is
Netra?
this is to all of you, and this is Hatkita. This is all I have.
Cool.
All right.
Let's leave.
Last room.
We're going.
I don't think we need this little girl.
Yeah. Do we need her? She's just
No,
gonna
no,
blow
guys,
up
we're moving.
anyways.
Throw the keys in.
Jay, give me a as you rush towards the door, give me an intelligence plus perception
Ah, crap.
or local expert, whichever one works better for you.
17.
17. Taking a second look at this door. This is your second time crossing this path. There is the red and blue key ports on both sides of it, and in the center, you look and the key portions are larger and they're separated. There are 2 of them, and you remember Netra telling you that the Baron had a master key. And you look at the proportions. And then you look at your blades. And you extend them a little bit. And you look at the proportions and you look at your blades. And it lines up.
Just put them in.
I slam him in.
As you slam them in, you see the electricity leave the sort of the nodes across the length of your blades inside, and you hear this, and you twist your arms as it rotates the door, the door's locking mechanism, and it opens, revealing a scene of numerous kiosks and terminals with almost brain-dead mechanical robo-servitors pressing in buttons with fingers that extend into hyper-articulating numerous other small fingers that are pressing into hundreds of keys at a second, just zoning out into their work. They don't even notice you. Looking across this, what looks to be like this control room, you see a glass window, and through this window, similar to most windows you've seen in this floor, it's very thick. Through this window, you see this metal room, and in the center of this metal room is this smaller dome. What do you do?
Run over there.
Okay.
Right behind him.
You guys run into the room. As you press your face against the window, you see that that the dome is made of almost like metal triangular petals that are converging into this central dome. If they were to open, it'd be like flowering outward, but it's closed at this point. You see through the glass on the right side there is a thick bulkhead. And you see on the right side of the room there is also a bulkhead that looks like it might lead into this chamber.
I try to open it.
Okay, you meet the door, and it's the same similar locking mechanism. As you insert your blades inside, feel the connection, the electrical pulse, twist around. It opens. It's an elbow sort of corridor with metal sides, numerous cables piercing down. You feel this cold chill as you walk inside.
What do we see?
There's another bulkhead before the next room.
Same locking mechanism?
Same locking mechanism.
I do it again.
Okay. As you the door opens up, you don't see the metal room that you saw through the glass. You see, and you hear, you almost like feel this electric energy press through the quarter that you're in as you see these busy streets of Robo City 16. Numerous vehicles rushing up and down, this constant flow of foot traffic, tall shimmering buildings, and you see a little girl in between the press of the masses just look at you all, tilt her head, giggle, and disappear through the masses.
Adina! Any response?
You hear this almost like echoing giggle sort of cascade around you.
We don't have time for this
Yeah, we
little
should probably just
bitch.
kill her too.
I'm kidding.
And yeah, look.
You see her disappear into what looks to be like a VHS shop.
Wait, what's her name?
Adina?
There's only one instance where you heard her name, and that was the sort of the recollection that Hakita was able to find in the components of Baron Ironface's wrecked skull.
I'm gonna head over to the VHS shop.
Oh, you would know.
Motion everybody else come as well.
A what?
Yeah, look. We don't
I'm
have
gonna
time
put our gun.
Alma.
I'm gonna put my guns and weapons away, and I motion to everybody does the same. I'm even gonna retract the blades.
Okay, you see her little, it's a small girl, maybe not even, like a little over 3 feet in height. Simple white dress, but this ovular, I know I've been using that a lot this session, this ovular round skull with pointed ears and thin hands and feet, bald scalp. As she disappears through the masses and into this VHS store, it's almost like she's luminous as you're following this reflection of light across numerous different glass surfaces, mirrors, and even reflecting off of clothing as you're just following this glow into this VHS store. You see her take one VHS, and you hear, "This is my favorite," and you see her grab it to her chest and disappear in a back room.
Follow her.
And you hear, "There's more out there."
Songs.
Oh, great!
This
Thank
one
you.
keeps
yeah.
popping up.
Got it. Okay, I just need to delete this.
Get
Okay.
rid of it.
Is there not like a 3-hour playlist of just cyberpunk music out there?
I will make that playlist. Okay, that is my promise to you. I can do it. I can do it this time. She disappears through the back door, and you hear, "There's more out there." And she disappears into this dark room of messy boxes and cables, which quickly turn into, as you press through it, like pushing the cables out of the way, having to hop over some of these boxes, and you just see her glow sort of nimbly shifting in and out of them. These cables turn into something that's a bit foreign to you. Wooden branches and trees and hundreds of foreign sounds as she disappears through the shifting sort of webway of nature and technology. She exits into this hyper vibrant and bright scene that you all sort of spill out into. It's a lush forest, dense with green trees and numerous sounds that you've never heard before. Sounds of nature. She runs over rocks and under trees and rushes to the edge of this grassy expanse, where on the other side is looking out into a wild continent of jagged mountains off in the distance, tall waterfalls spilling, diverse and colorful flowers growing everywhere, massive green monsters roaming around on the ground and even in the air, made of thick skin, scales, and teeth. These are dinosaurs. A cool breeze rushes past you, a perfectly warm air. The scene of an alien world and ecosystem crashing into everything you know takes you aback for a second. It's difficult to focus on the girl now, as a new sense of wonder knocks purpose and thought from your minds. For a split second, as a flock of birds passes overhead, flying, bringing the sound of flapping wings
What does
on
that
wind.
sound like?
Nope. Weirdest bird ever.
You forget your troubles. For the first moment in your life, you forget the machine. Part of you thinks, yeah, I'm tripping. This is definitely me tripping. You guys have tripped and seen similar things before. Before you hear, come on! And the girl, you notice that she's there again, and she runs to the edge of the hill, giggles, and just throws herself down, disappearing under lush ground. But you continue to hear laughter echo farther and farther away.
Trying to look for anything that's causing these illusions, or if I notice nothing, just like.
Yeah, give me an intelligence plus perception.
Can I try and shake this?
You give me a will plus concentration.
Wow. Well, actually,
I got you, Street.
20.
Both you and
I'm
Estrella.
gonna use 6 points of luck until it's 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Both Jay and Estrella, you're looking around. This is unbelievable to you. There has to be some explanation for this. As you look at some of the flowers blossoming literally in your presence as you walk forward, it's as though they react to you. There are it'd be impossible to notice unless you took purposeful looks, but there are scrolls of data along each length of the blade. As you look towards the sky, the brilliant blue sky, it's almost like a scroll of the Matrix text is present across the sky. Across the sky. This is a fabricated event. As the little girl, as you look over the ledge down the hill, she's rolling, tumbling, laughing, as the hill's gravity takes her farther down.
I'm trying to turn this thing off.
How would you do that?
Stab the wall.
You get the idea that she's trying to take you somewhere,
Oh.
but you can feel free to.
I'll follow
I'm
her.
gonna try to run down the hill.
Okay. As some of you start running down the hill to try and catch up to her, she says, "That's not right," and you feel your legs swept out from under you. By something physical. You can't see it, but something physical sweeps your legs out from under you, and you start tumbling, shoulder over shoulder, body over body, just spilling, rolling down this hill, and you hear her laughter echo into your ears. And she says, "Almost there," as she lands at the bottom, sprawled out at the base of this hill, and you all sort of land with her. The soft grass loses materiality, and she's absorbed into water. Then you too fall into water. Drifting down and down, you see the white-dressed girl, much deeper than you, as she giggles once more and then blows as thousands of bubbles press across and over you, tickling your entire body, even your synthetic components. It's this odd sensation that you've never felt before, but pleasing. Her back towards the depths. On the other side of the bubbles, she's gone, and now that's materialized on the other side of these bubbles is this brilliantly vibrant deep ocean grove, like a luminous coral reef. Tentacles of insanely cute octopi, you don't even know really what octopi are, you've never seen them before, are curling throughout the entire scene, weaving in and out of these vibrant underwater fish and coral and flora and fauna. Another sense of wonder invades your thoughts. Again, this is a scene you've never seen before, and part of it feels real, though two of you know that it's entirely fake. It's utterly convincing. Gazing over the multitude of alien shapes and colors of alien shapes and colors, you see that they all lead to a focal point of this large pink shell in the center of it all. And it's slightly ajar, facing away from you, and you are continuing to descend downward. Around it, at equal intervals, are large stuffed creatures and things. One stuffed bear, an equally large stuffed plush car, and a stuffed bunny rabbit, all looking at the shell. As you guys drift down and land like this Kingdom Hearts moment, what would you like to do?
Throw a grenade at the shell.
Really?
I don't have a grenade.
Oh, I mean, he had a claymore.
You got rid of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, he did have a claymore. Well, I mean, he did.
I'm still beat up about that.
We used all of our grenades.
I'd like to talk to her.
Okay. Well, you don't see her. You don't see her anymore.
Oh.
As soon as I see her, hog tie her and leave.
It's just this slightly ajar shell.
I don't have time for this. Get in the goddamn car.
I'll just say, Adina, and look around.
Okay. I mean, roll up for intelligence plus perception check.
I fail.
You have, even though there's a large shell in front of you with numerous stuffed animals focused on it, you just can't quite figure. Like you're.
Well, I mean, if I
dumbfounded.
don't see Adina and she doesn't respond, I'm gonna walk towards that. The
Yeah.
Central shell.
Okay. Yeah. And you walk forward.
How big is it? Do I have to like?
It's like a 4 foot in diameter shell, pretty large. Teeth slightly ajar, weaving in and out of each other.
Is there anything in the shell?
It's partially. You can't quite see it. You open it.
Yeah, I'll try to open it up.
Okay. Opening the shell, you see the form of the little girl who led you here. The fetal form, sleeping. And you hear the familiar sound of her voice. You found me. And there in front of you, you now see in the center of a small dome made of metal petals, in the middle of the metal room you walked into, these petals are open. And there is the sleeping form. And everything that you saw and experienced up until now is gone, disappeared. You notice that there are small lights fading away from hundreds, maybe thousands of small little cameras or sensors. No, something. These small little dots that are receding light into them around the entirety of the chamber. And curled together with her and around her are 3 toys made of mechanical pieces that you also see like missing segments of the room as mechanical pieces are littered around the chamber. A bear, a car, and a rabbit.
Which one's Iron Face?
What would you like to do? She is currently unconscious.
Can you just close it and bring it with
I'll
us?
I'll try and like shake her a little bit, just gently.
Unreactive currently.
Adina.
We don't have time for this, Jay. I'm gonna pick her up, throw her over my shoulder. Let's go.
Okay. And as you look at your watch,
Oh, wait.
only 30 seconds has passed.
Grab one of the toys, I guess.
Grab all the toys.
I'll grab the
Whoa.
bear in the car.
Let
There's
Alright.
still one more.
I'll grab the other one with what strength I have in my right arm. It's gonna be comforting.
Okay, so you have the bear in the car and you have the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to write that down somewhere. You gotta remind me. Okay, so you now like continue to hear this louder, bassier rock of the building above you. As try as you might to get to Hakita, which I imagine you may do, it's dead. Like she had to use most of the power of the city to even get to you down this far.
Estrella, get your car ready for pickup. Until we go up, I can't do anything.
It's the first thing you do as soon as
We're still down here, so I can't do anything until we go up. So I can't go up.
We're leaving the room as we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, spilling out of the door, arcing around the hallway, you hear this come from the elevator room.
How are we getting up though? The elevator's broken.
No, one of the two are broken.
Okay.
What do we see?
As you enter into, or actually as you just look into, quickly, give a cursory glance into the elevator room, you see about 15 dead mutants, all piled on top of each other, littered about in varying different, like some made it far, one actually made a hand outside into the room, and you see it like slapped down. They're dead, but you see this like smile on their face, like they did something impressive. But otherwise, the door to the elevator is currently opening and closing on the body of mutants, holes perforating it.
That's the destroyed elevator?
No, that's the one that's not destroyed.
Alright, let's head over there.
They clear the bodies.
Yeah, I'll start, since I have my arms free and 4 arms, I'll start tossing bodies.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Dex plus Athletics.
27.
27.
Or
Okay.
sorry, that's 25.
15 more seconds. 45 seconds out of 3 minutes has passed as you shove the last body, kick it outside of the elevator, and the doors close fully, and you sort of have to put your hands in between to like motion your comrades to get inside.
Come on, come
We're
on!
all rushing in.
How far up until I start getting signal to outside, I guess? Or
Okay, there are
I'll press the...
There are 150 exactly floors. The roof is an option.
yeah, I'm just saying how many floors until I actually get signal to my car? Like
You have no idea. You imagine you're like hopeful that when it goes from 34, 30, 33, 32 all the way up to 0, you'll get signal. But who knows until it actually happens.
Yeah, I'll pray. I'll pray for that and just wait till I get signal, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, what button are you pressing?
Roof.
Okay. Just like pressing it multiple times, doors close in. One of you is pressing the door button.
Do we hear some elevator music?
Yeah, as like the elevator shaking around you. You hear human music.
Pretty nice. I like this. Spotify. Shazam it.
I'm just bleeding on the elevator floor.
Let the sound soothe you.
10 or negative 10, negative 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goo! You see the connection point go from red to green to Bastion.
Come to the roof, like. Beep. Yeah.
All right, green signals across the board. Except as you look into it, there are a few red, signaling that there might have been something that happened in between now and when you went down stairs. But its propulsion is fine. You see that a few of its supplementary features are offline, and it's taken some damage.
The minibar.
But you see it like raising in elevation equivalent to the elevator that you're quickly ascending. 100 floors, 110, 130, 145.
I'm gonna, as we're going up, I'm gonna reach out to Aptio.
You're gonna reach out to Aptio.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Damn.
Sorry, it took me a little while.
What?
You better hurry. We're retreating. The mutants are done for. So is this district. Get out now. We've been trying to reach you for the entire time. There's something big coming down here. We sense it. Leave.
We're on it. I close my flip phone. Chuck it.
It blows up.
Disappears into thousands of pixels. God, I love that about Jay. As ding! The elevator door opens, and there's actually flames licking up the side of the building. As you look down, there are numerous different portions of the building that have been destroyed, blown up, You can still see fires raging across the city. You can actually see that the red and blue lights are leaving now of the police side that were called as reinforcements. And as you look towards the sky, you see one comet that seems to be oriented, its trajectory is oriented straight onto the Ministry of Information's Capitol building where you currently are.
Pop the reflex and jump to the car.
It is aimed directly in your position. And as Estrella, as the doors open up, like before it even meets the very top, you see your vehicle raise at the exact same time and hold position there. There is 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Like I said, I'm popping the reflex, hopping in the driver's seat. And,
Putting girl in the back, buckling her up. Hell yeah. Yeah, I said it. Safety first.
Group high five.
No,
I'm in the car, get in!
As Netra's just like, you all are in the car and you just see Netra just like dragging her body out of the elevator.
I'm like, I'm coming.
I'll like run over to her and I'll pick her up and I'm like, yeah, throw her into the car. Let's go.
Get vital.
You knock her unconscious.
Yeah,
again.
I'll get out of the car really quick and pop the trunk and grab Vitalith, close it. I'll throw Vitalith into the car. I'm getting in the trunk.
This is
Let's
an exciting
go.
event.
Violent, fix people!
I've waited my entire life. And that is where we will pick up next time on Sasapunk. Thank you for joining us for tonight's stream, everybody. If you liked the stream and you like what we're doing here, sing our praises across the globe. Tell your friends, family, share our content, like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is across all the channels. We would appreciate it all. Are there any other announcements?
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time, as who knows what'll happen. If Estrella fails one driving roll, then everybody's fucked.
That's why I popped the reflex.
So
that should be good.
there you go. Hey, that's Ganon. I didn't know you had a Ganon.
Yeah.
Look at that derpy
Nice,
gift.
well
Yeah,
done. Lone Wolf.
Don't acknowledge him.
Wow.
You don't need to.
Vitalith is there up close and personal next time, so
We'll have a hefty roll next
you,
time.
you will have your mechanisms available to you.
Oh, great.
Machinations.
We're gonna have a Vitalith
As you
episode
get
next.
right to work,
Yeah,
filling
Ugh.
holes.
please.
As always, until fate next brings us together, and never stop playing role-playing games.
Fate will bring us together again Thursday.
Who knows?
Thursday.
It's not fake when we know.